I wanted to do kind of a vlog video, but I didn't really know what to do, so I'm just kind of here. It's too bright in here. This is with the lights off. I don't like it. Just stay. Dude, I don't even know what story to start off with. I go to the goody two-shoes school, and I've been in it for a while now because it's like some stupid like conjoined grade thing. I need to leave, bro. I can't do. I remember in 2nd grade was when I joined the school, and Jesus, I opened my eyes and my Deftones poster just scared me. Like 2nd grade, because that's when I joined, that like there was not many kids. There was like 18 per class or something like that, and we would kind of like move around classes and stuff. And I remember that we had to write down what we thought, and I remember writing like in between a few words because I say in between our words, so I was telling the truth. And this ass teacher goes up to me and she starts yammering it on and like yelling at me and like, don't do that again. I remember that. I was in the right. I was writing down what I thought. I remember at the time our math teacher for 1 grade, this is a different grade, is the current gym teacher. He would talk about his wife's divorce and how he like missed his kids. And I'm not laughing because it's not funny, but it's kind of funny. I think that was the year that I bit a kid and I got sent to the office. And that was like the day I started. Oh yeah, on that topic, the amount. I remember I was sitting in class and some kid took out his pen and like started going just because he was like bored, like it didn't hurt. And then the other boy next to him was like, dude, what are you doing? Are you stabbing yourself? And this other kid went, no, I'm not emo, and then looked me dead in the eyes and went, I'm not emo, I don't got myself. Hey, this is the same kid who took like the little plastic shards from you know, the mechanical pencils that are like kind of clearish teal. This one was orange. The kid next to me was taking it apart and like stabbing my hand with it again because I didn't mind. Like we were trying to see how sharp it would be. And so this kid was sitting here, I was sitting here. So this is a different table, and I'm sitting next to the weird emo joke kid, and he was like, dude, I want one of those pieces. Don't hand it to her. Not her. She'll herself. And I had to sit there, like, because that's wild. It's not funny. Stop laughing. But, like, dude, oh god, that wasn't even that long ago. I remember he didn't get in trouble for that. This was the same class that some kid said the N-word right in front of the teacher and then didn't get suspended. He was white, by the way. His brother does the same thing. Get me out of here. We had a kid, and we still have him, and he used to brag about being like pure white, and I think that's insane. Also, sorry if the audio and video quality is really bad on this. I literally have my phone propped up on a stand, and I'm sitting just in like a chair. So, yeah. Dude, I have so many stories. I can't even think of them. I remember, like, not that long ago, I had to go down to the office because this teacher was being weird to the girls, and he had told this story about, like, 7 white horses, and how this one girl that this farmer bought was worth more than 7 white horses, and he kept on talking about how great women were, and then he proceeded to look at kids. And I got sent to the office because apparently I saw it or whatever, And, like, I remember seeing him talking to, like, the two kids who I really dislike because they, like, say the F slur to me. Well, not to me, just about me, but still. And I remember I had to talk to the vice principal, who I hate with my soul. I hate her. About that, and she refused to say what he did because she was, like, too faint of heart or whatever the expression is. That was fun. That was funny. Nice. No, I hate the vice principal so much. A little bit ago, we had to go down to the, like, gym, our small-ass gym, and watch, like, this drum ensemble for something. I don't even know. And when I went back into class to take the attendance down, because I guess the intercoms weren't working or something funky. I don't know. Maybe she's stupid and can't take her own damn slip. Can't say it. Gosh. And I got caught walking next to this woman and then the other vice principal, because we have 2 vice principals for like 800 kids. What do we need that for? We don't need that for anything. And I got caught walking next to her ass, and I had to talk to her down this little hallway because my small ass school. So that was cool. This isn't just school stories, because I feel like I have more outside of school that kind of tie in. Oh, yeah. So I installed the counselor a little bit ago, and I was like, I like to break stuff by Limp Bizkit, and then she told me Limp Bizkit was a bad influence, which I didn't listen to because there's like Limp Bizkit on the wall, and I have like CDs and stuff. I don't care. No, but, and I also referenced Linkin Park to this woman, and she just kind of, she doesn't like me very much. I remember when my current boyfriend went down after his dad died. He went to see one of the counselors, and this was like 3 months after his, like, not even 3 months. It was not that long after his dad died, and he was like, yo, dude, I don't feel great. And then the counselor went, is it connected to the moon cycles? I think it's connected to his dead dad, guys. Stop, it's not funny. No, but the counselor made me choose a role model, and I chose Jonathan Davis, because if you can tell, I kind of like Korn, I think. Yeah, I mean, I literally have. And then there's the vinyl sitting behind me. It's a very pretty vinyl. I chose Jonathan Davis because I like him, because he treats his kids nice and stuff, and I had to talk about fucking Korn because I couldn't choose a role model. And so I just thought of the first person that came to mind, and because I'm so special, I chose Jonathan Davis. He's like 54. Get me a better role model, man. No, I had to talk about him, and then how I wanted to, how I would be like him. Which is weird, because he has 3 kids, and one of them is named Pirate, which is weird. No, oh my god, dude. Oh. No, because I told the counselor, like, because I was sitting in math class, and I, like, had my sleeves up and all that jazz, and so I was, like, you know, and I have, like, scars. I was getting my test from the math teacher, and she went, there's an ouchie on your arm, and I got scared that she was gonna report me, so I told the counselor about that. I was like, by the way, I'm fine, like, don't report me. And then she told my mom that I had scars, and I had to show my mom, and my mom went, I've seen worse. That one was real fun. I bet you she'll forget about this, and then I'm gonna bring it up like 2 years later, and she's gonna be like, I didn't say that. But guess what? I already told all my friends and my dad, and then he gave me a ton of stories about you that I'm not sure if I can share. I don't know if my dad's watching this video, but if he is, please let me share the family lore, dog. This is oh my god. God, I have so much lore. Oh. I have so many. I was in, this is still the same math class where the teacher told me I had an ouchie on my arm, which I don't. Which I don't, so And so we get in groups in that class, and when I got into my group, it was with the proud to be white kid and the, like, other racist kid who said that his parents were from Texas and that's why he had, like, 10 Texas Roadhouse cards. And then he also said that autistic people deserve to be put down and shouldn't be proud of themselves and don't deserve to have friends, but that's a different story. By the way, my best friend is autistic, and so is the other one. Guys. I have two best friends and they're both autistic, so I don't know. No, but he said the F slur twice, and I was like, that's a slur, and then he went, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know it's a slur. And then he also said the R slur, like, dude, do your fucking fractions, it's not that big a deal. Like, actually. Like, oh god, speaking of, we have this Mormon kid. This is gonna sound bad. I don't hate you because of your religion, I just hate your religion and you. I hate Mormons. I hate Mormons. Oh my god. How can one choose peace and make me want to not be peaceful? I want to be this kid. Sorry, I shouldn't say that one. I don't care. No, because I swore about my fractions and then she went, you're going to hell. Okay, slow your roll. I don't know how to do multiplication that well. Like, 7 times 3, I'm lost. I think it's 20. It's 21, right? I'm so bad at multiplication. So I was trying to figure out, I was like, what the fuck? And then she went, you're going to hell. I think you're gonna go to hell, rich ass. You called yourself poor when you had turrets on your house. You have 2 cars. You have a family of 4 people, and you have 2
whole ass cars, and you're gonna get a 3rd soon, from what I've heard. And you have a theater reminding me that this was real.
One time, so I hang out with the like older kids because I'm super swaggy, and the kids my age in the school suck ass, so I don't really have much choice. And I remember that friend group. There's these like group of 6 girls that me and my mom called the mean girls whenever we talk about them. All short blonde girls for the most part. One of them, they're like all white except for like maybe 2 of them. Because there's more, but there's like 6 that stand out, and I remember my friends, because we have like this like gay club thing, and so they brought like a pride flag out, and then these kids came up and started going like it's Korn, like it's the 6th track on the self-titled. I remember because one of the girls left that group, and I'm friends with her now, kind of, like, we're sort of friends, and I remember she was talking about how their friends were literally so bad, and the parents were like, well, it doesn't matter because it's true. They are gay. I'm so serious. They never got, like, suspended or nothing bad happened to them because the parents agreed with their kids saying the F slur. That's so insane. Oh my god. Another time, I remember my ex-girlfriend told me this story. Whoa, editing me. If this video was a hit, maybe I'll make a whole thing about exes. Whoa, there's the recording. That's crazy. Okay, back. But she's probably watching this video, so, or they're probably watching this video, sorry. I have stories about them, but they're probably watching this video, and if they aren't, then they might later. So they'd still be watching your video! Or someone might tell them, no, just kidding, haha, because their whole friend group left them. And now that's my friend group. So, yeah, I'm gonna tell that story next. So basically, there's this, like, troublemaker kid, and one time his ass straight up, unironically went, boy, like that, like with the hand motion and all that, unironically did that, and oh god, now it's just an inside joke where we'll go up to like each other in the friend group and go, boy, it's so funny, but it's not, it's really not, because he like sucker punched my ex-girlfriend in the gut because they were doing something, I don't even know, and when everyone went to the office for it, the people in the office excused it because he was autistic. I want to clarify, we're not in a sped school. He has normal grades, acts like a normal human being, sort of. Like, he doesn't have this problem high enough so that it would cause him to sucker punch someone in the gut, dude. That's so insane on the school. And then they also treat the autistic kids like really bad because our vice principal's stupid and she thinks that neurodivergent kids are also stupid and they need to be treated like they're four. So I have so much beef with my vice principal. I hate this woman so much. She's freakishly tall. She's 6'5". This is scary. She's almost a foot taller than me. Oh, that's sad, because I'm 5'6", and I'm like done growing. I've grown a centimeter, and it's bad because I wanted to be taller because like boys are taller, you know, and like I'm not born like that. Yeah. Oh yeah, so I'm talking about my ex-girlfriend now. So, because our school is split up into weird years, they wanted to leave me before they like split off and went to the other school, because you have to at some point. Because the school, like, just stops, and so because it's split off into weird years, they were like, but when we're not dating, next year. And I was like, whoa, slow your roll there, Tiger. And then we, like, went through all that jazz, and I remember I was, like, crying while going through a McDonald's parking lot, not McDonald's. I remember I was crying while going through the McDonald's drive-thru, and I think that was really funny. Like, looking back, I've cried in so many drive-thrus, it's not funny. Like, the most I cry is in the car, and I don't know why. The car is also where I, like, nap the most. And have the, like, best conversations. The car is great. Emotionally. There's so much emotion going on in the car. No, but basically, they ended up saying that we need to take a break after I was like, hey, dude, can we talk about this? And they were like, I'm not in the right mindset. Yeah, you weren't in the right mindset when I was pacing around my kitchen crying because I was scared I was gonna, like, get killed because my mom was off doing something else at the time. It was late at night. She was at, like, a party, wedding of some sort. And I remember I was crying, pacing around the kitchen. I tried to call them. And then they went, I'm not in the right mindset. I can't listen to this right now. Okay, so what do you want me to do? I think that whole I'm not in the right mindset boundary kind of, like, messed me up a bit, because sometimes I'm like, what if they're not in the right mindset? Like, are they gonna themselves? But that's not gonna happen, because sometimes you need to suck it up and listen straight up, because I have never said I'm not in the right mindset before because of this, because I've been, like, sobbing and it's been bad, and they've been like, I'm not in the right mindset. That's not, you can't say that. Like, I know it's a boundary, and I know it kind of sounds insane, but Jesus Christ, you can't say that when I'm crying in the kitchen. Never let me do that again. I'm gonna cut that out, but I just sung and it was really bad. Also, I'm super warm, but I look really cool with this zipped up, so I'm just gonna, like, pull my sleeves up, because, yeah. So now I just look funky. Okay. After the talk about the whole, like, next school thing, I remember it was the day before Christmas Eve, which isn't a lot to most people, but that was the day before my first Christmas, because my parents made bad life decisions, and so they, like, split up when I was, like, I don't even know. I was, like, 3, 4, 5, one of those. I don't know. It was before I was in school. I might have been in pre-K. That pre-K was wild. Also, I don't know how I remember that, because I blocked out, like, everything from then, because my parents weren't the nicest people, and I don't think they, like, remember that. I don't think they know that they weren't the nicest people, but that's okay. I have to suck it up because they were going through a lot. But so it was the day before Christmas Eve, or my Christmas with my dad. Like, I don't want to say side of the family because it's literally me, him, my grandma, and my like step granddad, which I didn't know about until I was like 10. I didn't know he wasn't related. And I'm stupid because he's like, his skin is much darker than mine and I'm so pale. I'm so stupid. I don't know how I did not know that one. I'm blind. I'm so blind. No, but like, I remember that. And so thanks, dog, because I remember the days leading up, they were also like, I need a break, I need to think about this, I'm not in the right mindset, and you said you were gonna wait to talk about this. Okay, you need a break, it's gonna be like Friends, like, we were on a break, like, yeah, dog, we're not doing this because it's not gonna end well. And so I was like, hey, can we not do that? And I was like trying to suggest it, but then they kind of like shut me out and all that. Yeah, that was cool. And then I was leaving school one day and I heard them talking about like the explicit rape and murder of some kid after I had just like gotten out of like science. Like, I don't want to hear about that, dog. I want to go home. I need to leave this place. You need to leave this place. This is bad. Go. You can't. It's not quirky and cool to like serial killers. If you're gonna act like this, it's not quirky and cool to like them at all. It's just a normal thing that people shouldn't really care about. But you can't like them and be so obsessed with them to the point that you don't understand when it's appropriate to talk about it. And it's not quirky. Me, if there was an award for talking about serial killers at a bad time. Yes, queen, the award is you going behind bars. The award is some shiny new cuffs, dude. That was great. Oh my god. I don't really like them. And I keep like texting them and asking them if they're okay, and I probably should stop doing that because I don't know. And like friend group doesn't really like them because they've just kind of been weird. And beautiful car. Oh my god, I want that car so bad. I didn't like it. It just got brighter in here and I'm uncomfortable because I don't really like how bright lights are. Oh god, I'm so glad to be out of that drama. And then it's all gonna be gone in a few months because all my friends are leaving me. Yay! But that's okay. I have a few who are my age and then a few who are a little bit younger. So yeah. That's all my stories right now that I can think of, and they're like, this isn't even the craziest. I could just go through shit my mom has done and like that my dad has done, which isn't as worse as what my mom has done. Like, I love her and stuff, but like, dear lord, woman, like, you can't do these like one-off experiences. And I remember from like the point of their divorce up until like 9 years old, both of my parents were really
Hey, so they weren't really mean. Please don't call CPS on my ass. This was an over-exaggeration. I'm literally okay.
mean to me, and I don't think they know that because I remember like being grounded for dropping an empty plastic cup one time. So that was cool. No, but I seriously, I do love my mom. She got out of surgery yesterday, and she's super nauseous, and I am worried about her, and I spent 7 hours in a hospital yesterday, and then I spent a while, like, just being awake because I couldn't sleep. So I was up from, like, 7 a.m. to... It was, like, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m., maybe 1. So I had been awake for, like, Oh god, how many hours is that? That's like 17, 18 hours. It was bad. And I'm still really tired, but yeah. I don't know how to end this, so I'm just gonna stop it.